Welcome back, Kevin's Mobile Repair. Got an 04 Acura. We are doing a starter. So I'll give you the instructions on how to do so. First thing is obvious. You need to take out your battery. I can't find my 10mm wrench, so I took the negative side 10 off of the frame on the side. So that's what it is. Take your battery out. Got a hole down here, 2 deep well 10s. A 10 will here, 10 here. You'll need a deep well socket because they're usually in there pretty far. So like yay. So unless you really feel like spinning a wrench on that, deep well socket works good. Like yay. Take the battery out. And we're gonna take our air filter assembly out. It's held in by 2 10s. One here in the front, one here in the back. One in the back goes right here. The one in the front will go right here. It's attached to the battery tray. Take the plastic shroud out of the battery. You're going to have a 10 here, which is going to hold a harness. A 10 there holds the air filter. 2 12s right here, and then comes out. It's like someone's already had this one out. Otherwise, you would have to loosen up this 12 and take this 12 out, which are on the frame. Yeah, and they are not real fun places to get to, but so someone's already had this battery tray out, so awesome for me. Battery tray out, then you gain access to the starter. Starter's real easy. Now if you have never taken this starter out of these vehicles before, they usually have Loctite on the bolts. So 17mm socket, 1/2 inch extension, 1/2 inch wrench will give you enough pull to loosen it up. Otherwise the 3/8 will usually not give you enough. You have to fight it some, but all I use is that big socket to crack it loose, and then use a 17 with an extension to zip them off. You can use the other one, which will work, but they're usually on there pretty damn tight. The control solenoid is just a push pin style. This one here was loose when it went on, so I used a pair of side pliers and close that gap, so that way this thing went on here, it stays on nice and tight. See, maybe one of those. So just make sure it slips on there and stays on there real tight. The bolt for the power supply is a 12, and I like putting the same factory one back on because it already has the washer. Yeah, you can use the one that they supply with you, but I always like the factory ones better. They got little knurls on the end, on the inside part, that help lock it in place. Other than that, pulls in, pulls out. It's pretty easy. If you need to, you can get it a pry bar from this side right over here to wedge in this little spot to get it loose if it's rusted inside the housing of the transmission. But other than that, pretty simple. Going back together, this is I've stopped at about 15 minutes, so this is probably about a good 20-25 minute job total. This is on the V6 3.2. Any questions, comments, please feel free to let me know.